Welcome back. And President William Ruto's statement on using his sword to deal with those opposing the housing levy through the courts has been interpreted as aggressive and reckless. Whereas the president passed a message across, stamping authority that it is his way or the highway, more is at stake. The ceremonial sword, which is passed down from one commander-in-chief to the other, together with the Constitution, has never been wielded to deal with anyone or to suggest veto power. So is the president exercising extra constitutional powers? Senior political affairs reporter Melita Oletenges interrogates.
I request Your Excellency Honorable William Ruto to move forward and receive the instruments of power.
Instruments of power handed over to President William Ruto from the fourth president, Uhuru Kenyatta, signify a change of guard, a power shift from the commander-in-chief to his successor. The Constitution is handed over as a symbol that the country is governed by the rule of law and also serves as a guide in the decisions that the president makes. The ceremonial sword signifies the position of the president as the commander-in-chief of the defense forces and to protect the Constitution. The sword is kept at Harambee House, but according to President William Ruto, it may soon be used for a different job.
Yule mtu ambaye anaenda kotini ati anataka kuzuia ati tusijenge manyumba au vijana wapate ajira, ati tusifanye ile kazi yote ni Kenya tubadilishe. Hawa ni watu ambao ni maadui wa taifa letu la Kenya, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie nyinyi mnipatia uwezo. Hawa watu wote ambao wanataka kutuzuia, mimi nitapambana na wao. Mimi nahitaji tu maombi yenu, kwa sababu tunajua nilipatiwa hapa pale, nilipatiwa sword kubwa hivi.
Petitioners who had presented cases in court include Busia Senator Okiya Omtata and the Law Society of Kenya. In November 28th, the High Court dealt a blow to the 1.5% housing levy, declaring it unconstitutional for being discriminatory and creating unequal principles. The judges ruled that Section 84 of the Finance Act, which amends the Employment Act to introduce the housing levy, violates the principles of taxation for making distinction between formal and informal sectors, thus creating unequal and inequitable principles. The case was presented by Busia Senator Okiya Omtata and others. The court, however, suspended the judgment until January 10, 2024, after the Kenya Revenue Authority, Attorney General and Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, pleaded with the judges to grant them a stay for at least 45 days in order for the government to appeal. Referring to a previous TV interview, Okiya Omtata stated that his prophecy had been fulfilled.
When President Ruto received the Constitution, he symbolically put it aside. When he received the sword, he showed it to the nation. I just hope it is not symbolic.
The Law Society of Kenya, through its president, did not take it lying down. LSK President Eric Deori wrote on X, and I quote, "Alongside the sword, the president was given the Constitution. The sword is intended to protect and uphold the Constitution, and it's not an instrument of oppression. As advocates, we similarly took an oath to protect the Constitution and rule of law. We will do so candidly, boldly, and won't be threatened or intimidated from challenging any government decision that offends the Constitution. The Constitution of Kenya is our sword, and we will swing it against impunity." The president's statement comes against the backdrop of different utterances that have painted him as bullish in trying to implement his policies and consolidate support from Kenyans. If he sticks to his open threats, then the president will have outrightly violated the very constitution he swore to protect. Melita Oletenges, NTV.